So the next thing that we have to talk about are confidence intervals, or CI for short. And a confidence interval equals the mean plus or minus t, which is the desired confidence interval. It's usually 95% or 99% or 99.99%. Anyways, you look the t value up in a table, times n over the square root of n. So this is called the student's t-test, and it's actually kind of a cool story I'll tell you in class about why it's called the student's t-test. But essentially, if we want to be 95% confident that the true mean lies within the confidence interval, we use this equation. And t, one thing I do want to point out is that n here is the number of measurements, and t here is the degrees of freedom. And you look t up for the degrees of freedom, which is n minus 1, not for n. So if you have 5 measurements, you're going to be looking for the t for the degrees of freedom equal to 4. So that's important. Yeah. Oh, geez. Okay. So, in reporting errors, we've talked about a bunch of different ways that you can report errors. You can report absolute uncertainties, relative uncertainties. We talked in this video about standard deviation and confidence intervals. And the confidence intervals can be 95% confidence, they can be 99% confident. And those are basically what we've talked about so far, but it doesn't really matter which one you use. I mean, obviously if it's specified, but different reporting methods are easier for different things, but they're not all the equivalent. Like, obviously if you have this value, that's not the same thing as like 3.002 and 1% error. So those are the types of, so you need to definitely specify. It's just like with concentration, it doesn't matter what error reporting method it's easiest to use or concentration method it's easiest to use. But what's important is that you specify. So say, with a 95% confidence interval, this is the answer. Or with this is the answer plus or minus the standard deviation. So, that's what I have for you on that.